How do all, and welcome back to Immersion Gaming. Right, time for the next game, I suppose. I had to do a lot of thinking to decide which game I want to play next, because I've got a few that I've always wanted to put on the channel. Just it takes a bit of work in the background to arrange it, because I have to get them and stuff like that. So one of them ideas is still a work in progress. I think it's going to take a while to do, because some of the games involved in what I'm wanting to do are quite old. So not only am I going to have to get these games if I still can, then I'm going to have to make them work on a modern system, and try also to make them, to bring them up to date a little bit, as in visuals. So yeah, that's going to be a challenge within itself. So yeah, that's something I wanted to do, but I'm not quite ready to do yet, because I just haven't got the things I need. So that's something I'm working on in the background. But this game that we're going to be playing next is one that, without a shadow of a doubt, we're always going to be put on the channel when I'm ready to put it on the channel. Now, because this really is one of my all-time favourite ever games, and not only that, it is the granddaddy of story-based games. This game alone started the whole genre, in my opinion anyway, started the whole genre of story-focused interactive movie-style games. You know, like your Detroit Become Humans and your Dark Pictures anthology games and Telltale games even, you know, all them sort of story focused interactive movie style games. Well, this is the granddaddy of them, the one that really got that genre of games into the mainstream spotlight, I think, because before that you didn't really see many games of this type. I think to be honest, this genre of game is more like a follow-up to the old point-and-click adventure games sort of thing. Again, in my opinion, and I used to play a lot of them old point-and-click adventure. I used to love the Broken Sword titles and Monkey Island and things like that. So yeah, this seems to be like a modern take on the old point-and-click adventure games, just a lot more story driven, you know. So the choices, I like the choices you make have a bearing on where the game goes, and ultimately on how it ends, because most of these types of games have multiple endings. So based on the choices you make and the mistakes you make and stuff like that is how the game will end. And I like that factor, that you're having a bearing on what actually happens in the game, rather than just the more linear games where no matter what you do, it's always going to end the same sort of way, you know. Anywho, you've obviously already guessed what game we're playing next, because it'll be in the title. So the next game we are going to be playing is Heavy Rain, the granddaddy of the story-focused games. Now again, like I said, I always fully intended to play this game, without a shadow of a doubt, because like I said, it's one of my favourite games ever. This game alone is what got me hooked on these story-focused games. And not only that, the people that made this game, which was developer was Quantic Dream, and it got published by Sony Computer Entertainment. So it's the same people who gave you Detroit Become Human, and Beyond Two Souls, I think, as well, might have been one of theirs. All fantastic games, and all games that I've put on the channel so far. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Detroit Become Human were the first ever game I put on the channel. Yeah, just amazing games, absolutely amazing game. But this is the one that started it all, and still, in my opinion, is probably right up there with the best stories ever in games. It's just amazing, brilliant, absolutely. Now, bear in mind, this game came out in 2010, so at this point it's 14 years old, you know what I mean? So the graphics are amazing, and although the one I've got is a remaster version that they did when they brought it out on PC, because obviously it was a PS exclusive before. So yeah, it's had like a remaster done, but it's just basically just the textures and stuff like that, the actual physics of the game, and I think even the cutscenes and stuff like that are pretty much as they were when it came out. So yeah, don't get me wrong, you don't look shit by any means, you know what I mean? But it's just when you're looking at stuff like Detroit Become Human, the more modern titles, obviously it's a bit dated now because it's a bit much older, but that doesn't take away from the whole experience. It certainly doesn't take away from the story. So yeah, it's just one that, like I said, I originally really wanted this to be the first game that I put on the channel, but for various different reasons it wasn't the first game that I put on the channel. And the reason why I wanted it to be the first was because, like I just said, this is the granddaddy that started this genre of game. So that's why I wanted it to be the first. But anyway, we're playing it now. It's all set up, ready to go. Now, this game, it's just awesome. It's a roller coaster of emotions all the way through playing it. It's dark, it's dirty. It's about a serial killer called the Origami Killer. And you play 4 different characters in it. You play a reporter, I think she is. You play a normal family man. You play a private detective, and you play an FBI agent. And they're all wrapped up in this same story to do with the Origami Killer that's a serial killer, basically. I think he's killing people by, I'm sure by flood. You know, he drowns people. So I can't remember. It's so long since I played it, but it's something to do with them drowning or something like that. But I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give too much of it away. So anyway, this game is a BAFTA award-winning game. Like I said, the story's amazing. It won loads of awards because it's just brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a work of art, to be honest. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this again, because then see, that's another reason why it wasn't the first game that I put on, because I wanted to leave it until a long time had passed, until I completely forgot most of the things, which I have. I've completely forgot most of the game. I know the core story of it and what it's about, but anything that happens in the game, I don't like that. I just can't remember. And that's what I wanted to be at, so that I can play it again and enjoy it, rather than playing it again when I remember exactly what's going to happen and stuff like that. So yeah, seriously, if you're going to watch any of the games, I'd advise you to watch this one. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, for you guys, from a viewer experience, it is really just going to be like watching a film, as most of the story-based games that I put on. I mean, if you've watched Detroit Become Human and you've seen how that is played out, just like an interactive movie, well, it's the same thing, because these guys made this one before they made Detroit Become Human. So Detroit Become Human is based on this, as in how it's set out and how it plays out and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, there's not much more I want to say. As again, when I do these trailer videos, I don't like to give too much away, because the be all and end all is I'll end up spoiling it for you, you know, telling you things that's happening in the game and things. I don't want to do any of that. So what we'll do is we'll watch the trailer, let you have a look at it so you get a brief peek of the game and you know what to expect. And then I'll wrap this trailer video up. I'll be looking to get this trailer video on tomorrow, which will be Thursday because it's Wednesday today. And then hopefully we'll start part 1 of the game on Friday. Well, I'll start it probably tonight, but I'll have it on for you for Friday. So yeah, not much more to say, is there really? I can't remember exactly how long this game is, to be honest. But it doesn't really matter how long it is, because it deserves to be on the channel. That's the be all and end all. So anyway, without further ado, let's watch the trailer for Heavy Rain.
Are you prepared to suffer to save your son? You have 5 minutes to cut off the last section of one of your fingers in front of the camera. If you succeed, you will get your reward.
Mr. Mars, can you confirm that your son has disappeared? Do you think your son is still alive?
Do they think it's the Origami Killer?
It is a possibility.
My name is Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective. I'm investigating the case of the Origami Killer.
I'm Madison Page. I'm a journalist. I suppose I like to play the guardian angel.
Agent Norman Jaden, FBI. Tell me what you know.
Ethan Mars has had psychological problems since his first son died. Feels responsible for his death. After one of our usual sessions, I found this on the floor. It must have fallen out of his pocket.
It looks like we got our origami killer. I want every available man to find Ethan Mars. If he moves, we know about it.
Is it true? Are you the killer, Ethan?
The killer is walking around free as we speak.
Ethan Mars is innocent. I can prove it.
So there we go. That was the trailer for Heavy Rain. As you can see, you got to see each character that you play there. You know, the detective, the reporter, the FBI agent, and the normal everyday guy. Yeah, it's also one of them games where you'll think throughout the game at loads of different parts that you've got it figured out. You know who the origami killer is, or you know where the story's going to go, or this, that, and other, and it'll twist and turn, and it'll end up completely somewhere different to where you thought it was going to be. It's one of them, just like Detroit Become Human did. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I really am looking forward to this one. So hopefully you guys are going to come and join me, and you'll see for yourself why this won so many awards, because it's cracking. That's why. Right guys, as always, if you would like to support Immersion Gaming and like to help me on this journey to make this channel into something special and make this dream a reality, as I've told you before, it'll benefit you guys as well, as in when you become part of the community, you'll automatically be involved in any of the future events that I've got planned for the channel, as in like giveaways, competitions, trips out to places, inviting you to come and do some gaming on the channel, all that sort of good stuff, which will all happen when I can do this full time, when the channel grows to a decent size. So yeah, if you want to become part of that and you want to support me and make this dream a reality, because this is something I've always wanted to do, and I absolutely love games, especially story-based games. So yeah, this would be a dream for me to be able to do this full time and bring these games to your screens. That for those of you that don't play them, or you know that can't play a game or whatever, you know, just so you'll get to enjoy these stories too. So yeah, if you would like to do that, guys, and say thank you, it's as quick and easy to do. It's not about money or anything. It'll never be about money at all. It's just about your supporting me on this journey. And the ways to do that is, if you can click like, the thumbs up button underneath the video, whether you're watching it on YouTube or Facebook, it doesn't really matter. You can click the like button underneath. That helps with the algorithm, as in pushing our video out to more people. Also, if you could follow the Immersion Gaming Facebook page, that would help, as in the channel growing on Facebook, but also it'll allow me to do live streams and all other stuff that you can do once you've got a bigger following. But the main way, if you really want to help this channel grow and you want to become part of the community, the way to do that is to subscribe to the Immersion Gaming YouTube channel. Again, it's completely free, don't cost you a penny, it's never going to cost you a penny. All it does when you press subscribe, all it simply does is puts our channel into your favourites on YouTube. That's it. It doesn't send you notifications or anything like that. All it does is put our channel into your favourites. Now, if you want notifications, you want to be notified when I upload a new video, you click the bell icon. That's separate to the subscribing. Click the bell icon, and then every time you upload a new video, it will be on your feed. You'll get a little notification saying I've uploaded a new video. But again, that's separate to the subscribing. You don't have to have that on. Simply subscribing alone just puts our channel into your favourites, but it helps us out massively. And that is the only way this channel's going to grow, and I'm going to be able to do this full time and really start making this channel something special. Because at the moment I can only do what I've got the time to do, you know what I mean? So it's not that much, I can only do what I'm able to do. But if I were able to do this full time, then I could go flat out and really start making this channel, you know, a lot better than what it is now, and bringing a lot more variety to the channel. So yeah guys, other than that, I think that's about it. Let's wrap this up. Let me get it all done and edited and exported and everything and put on for you guys, and then we'll crack on with the granddaddy of story-based games. So hopefully you'll come and join us for part 1 on Friday. But until then, take care of yourselves guys, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye.